Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kings and queens, clash your swords. Now, 100 kings and 100 queens? That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay. Okay, I'm coming in for the 100 Kings and 100 Queens news. But I got some other things I want to talk about before getting into that. So we'll start off with the good stuff. Okay, let's just do that. And then we'll get into the news. All right, because sometimes the news can be very depressing. Okay? And I don't mean to depress you, but it can also excite you because it warns you about things that you need to be aware of, that's going on around you, might happen to you, or probably already happening. Okay, and you know about it. So, we're going to be talking about, let's see, how we're being under attack. Okay? Right? Let's see. One of the queens, one of the kings, stuff is being hijacked. Let's see. Wow. The barcodes been messed with. Our phones need to be checked. Okay. What else we got here? The damn states. Okay. They're tightening up on a lot of stuff, and you need to know what that is. Okay. That's some news about your silver embossers, those who got the silver. And, a lot of kings were going right, and then they had to go left. And sometimes you have to go left and make a circle and come back and go right. You might say, damn, that look crazy as hell. Yeah, it do look crazy. But we're going to get into this signature barcode here. One of the kings, I think that was King Uriel I talked to today. Maybe it was King Terry I talked to. One of them. King Uriel. He sent a tender of payment in for $10, and then he was asking, was it for the beneficiary name or was it for the king name? And I thought about it. I said, wait a minute. I was only focused on the beneficiary name, but I don't know why I forgot about it. You need damn two. You need one for the king, and you need one for the beneficiary. So that's just $20, okay? And I'm doing this at a special rate. And no, it's not included in the monthly. And the reason why it's not included in the monthly, because again, there is another template that you get that I have to make for you, okay? And this is it. Okay, this one right here is for King Stevian. Private signature of King Stevian. So yours is going to look just like that. But it is going to have, see where that colon at? You're going to have for the beneficiary, you're going to have that. You're going to have the hyphen, the lowercase, middle name, and then the colon, and then uppercase, lowercase, last name. That's what it's going to look like for your beneficiary name. With the period at the end, by the way. When it comes to the king or the queen name, it's just like that. Boom. So it lets you know that's a private signature. See, that print is not the actual signature. The actual signature is, or sign of nature, is behind, inside the data. I don't know if y'all know, but these barcodes are zeros and ones. They're all zeros and ones. Okay? Binary code. I think I mentioned that in one of my last videos. Okay? So when y'all change the format or change the way the barcode look and put your own barcode there, that's where you fucking lose at. See? But when it's registered, okay, now it's registered to what you say it is. Okay? Now let me read what mine says before I go on. Okay? Mine says, registered digital signature of King Stevian of Cityside, no usufruct, 12 USC 412, 18 USC 8, applied. Violators pay 100 million in 0.999 silver. Non-UCC claim. Okay? So, that's what that signature represents. So, even though this is just a little hint to them what's behind it or inside of the data. Okay, or what the data is, not inside the data. Well, yeah, if you want to say that, you can say that too. But, and then it says no usufruct. Lawful money shall be redeemed by above being. So, when the Treasury gets this, any document that's stamped, this is where your SEO comes into play, the search engine optimization. So when you get that link, you do the search engine optimization on that, and then it'll start showing up on Google. So what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do tonight. So we're going to check it back at another link, another day, this link in another day, probably next week, probably next Friday. And it should be on the first page of Google. Okay, so you're just going to be looking for a signature of King Stevian. That's what you're going to type in, and it should come up. Okay, matter of fact, I'm glad I'm saying this. I'm going to go to another page here. Go to another page here. Let's go here. It's the one that I got to do. Y'all going to see this. Okay, so when y'all type it in by next Friday. Okay, you got your 13 digits, which is private. That's what makes it private. That's why it says private signature. Okay, I did issued 2 tonight. 2 of them tonight. King Wally, I need get your information, email address, and all that stuff there, so I can do yours. Another king. Let me look him up. I think it's King Marlin. You look at the video, I have no email on you. So I can't send you anything if I don't have your email. But I'm glad I didn't send it to you because yours wouldn't be the way I have it here. You wouldn't even have the template. The template came after you tendered that payment. Okay, so let me type in this right here, so I can see everybody I've done so far. King Terry Carnell got his. King Marcus, I already did yours. Okay, so it's King Marcus. That's who it is. King Marcus. And then I got one for the all caps and one for the king name. Yeah. But mine, when I did mine was called a signature trademark is what I did it as. But that's for the all caps. But then when I did it for the king name, it's I did it like I did it here. Okay. So either way it go, they're going to get the business. They know what this signature is. And yes, in all states, it is, well, they call it legal. Legal is fake. So if you want to deal with their fake instruments, I'm going to give you something fake. But in their fake world, it's real. Okay? Because that's how they play. They play with fake monopoly. So now we got to bring our private, which is real, into the public. Okay? But keep in mind, even though it's private, they said don't mix public with private, right? Okay? But you're coming in as a private being. This is what allows you to get the lawful money. Okay? And take control of all documents. Because only the living does what? Kings and queens? own real estate. So that everything that's real hiding behind any instrument you get. Okay? So no, it's not mixing public with private. You're coming in as the private being. That means you're untouchable. They cannot F with you. Okay? They know what time it is. You're coming in as the private being. You already apostilled your birth certificate, apostilled your common law copyright, apostilled your silver. Now it's time to get down to business. You need the signature to get it done. One of the reasons why I came up with this, I was dealing with Yjhay. And the franchisee didn't want me coming in the store for some reason. I don't know why. And he never signed it. Never signed a contract or anything. First of all, I didn't see a signature. But I didn't sign anything. See, that's the problem. So it's not a binding contract. You can sign it on your end, but I didn't sign it on my end. That's not a contract. Okay? And you got to state that as a contract over the phone. Okay? So, when I scanned the barcode, it says signature of, I think it was signature of franchisee or something like that. And I said, what the hell? So I went and did my research. And I wanted to know, is this legal? So, yeah, it is. Then I looked it up, all states. So if it's legal in all states, that means you can sign a check with this. You can sign a check with this. But some people, if you already signed your signature card and you don't have a barcode on your signature card, then your checks will have to be like how you sign your signature card. That's the purpose of that signature card. So it can match up all future signatures. So they'll know that it's you. Okay? But also that is for you signing your contract. I noticed when you're at the bank and you're opening up an account, they have you do that. They ask them for a printout of what you just signed. Now, if you look at that document, it has a place on there for a notary with the bank. So why would they need to notarize that? Okay, they're going to take it to the Treasury after they get it authenticated, because the Treasury requires it to be authenticated, and then they send it to the United States Treasury. Okay? It's an official contract. So what you do is you get your copy, you go to your own notary, have them notarize it, then you get yours authenticated, attach it to the 234 form, or 232 form, and then you send it to the Treasury. Send the bank their invoice before you do all this now. Okay? Settle the debt. That's the $250,000. Okay? You want that returned. Okay? And of course that's 1099 involved, 1099B involved, and stamping your silver. Okay? But yeah, this is the private signature. Okay? And it comes in a stamp. Okay, you get two barcodes, public and a private one. If you want a public signature one, you can get that. Just tell me you need one like that, and that way you can do it. But we're dealing in the private here. We're privately dealing with these people. Okay, so that automatically triggers the lawful money. You can't use the public signature one to get the lawful money. That's the difference. So what's the purpose of getting it, King? Because somebody might not want to sign their signature anymore. They might just want to use the barcode. This protects your signature. So no one can copy your signature and do whatever with it. But when you use the private one, violators can't use it. But wait a minute. If they're a violator, that means they already used it. Duh, King. Well, others can't use it or they'll become violators. Yeah, that's right. Okay? Yeah. But I like this. And I'm about to go get mine made in a couple of days. Something else I wanted to give y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and give you this piece of news right here. Put it in my little notes right here. I already did it. Let me check that off already. introduction test. I know a lot of y'all are already in. Okay. Next week, I'm not doing any appointments until probably Thursday and Friday. Okay. Why? Because I'm seeing a lot of F-ups. Okay. With a lot of things. Where people are bypassing things that need to be done, should have been done. They're all over the place. I understand a lot of y'all are anxious or have emergency situations. There's some people that called, and when I told them all what they got to do, they just backed away. Listen, this ain't no fly-by-night stuff. I'm doing this stuff very thorough so that way you can see what's going on. That's one of the reasons why I do things so thorough. You got to do it with a fine-tooth comb. If you don't do it like that, you're going to, trust me, you're going to miss something. And it also allows you to take your time moving. Because when you rush, it's going to be sloppy. It ain't going to work right. I done seen it happen numerous times. I see a lot of things y'all are changing. And y'all only messing it up for yourselves. Listen. Follow the things in the video that I state, please. Everything will be okay. Again, the signature barcodes are $10 each. One for the public, one for the private. That's $20. That is not attached to the $100 a month unlimited barcodes. Yeah. Because it has the template with it. And anytime I have to deal with a template, that takes time to do. I got to make sure everything is correct. Sometimes y'all signatures might be, y'all names might be longer than the template. And I have to go in the template and change it. I have to shrink this down, make sure it looks even, you know. Even though mine is off a little bit. Look at that. See where that E at right there? It got two codes right there. That's why it's called a barcode. 010000011100100101. Okay? You gotta know what each one of those bars mean. But I'm getting on that in a minute once I get off this thing right here, and I'm finna do some SEO on it. Because it gotta show up next Friday because I want y'all to see it on there. Okay? On Google when you hit that search. Or even on Yahoo. Or even Bing. Or even what that thing is, DuckDuckGo. I was about to call it cock-a-doodle-doo, but it's DuckDuckGo. I'm going to create a search engine called cock-a-doodle-doo. No, King, don't do that. Don't do that. You good at making the shoes and the barcodes. Don't quit the day job. Okay, all right. Anyway, so yeah, next week, everybody's taking the test. Sunday and Monday, I will be sending out the test, the introduction test. Everybody is going to take that. Okay? I will not do any more barcodes for anyone until you take this test. Okay? The other barcodes that's been put in the system already for me to do and email to me, I'm going to do those. Taking care of those this week. Okay? But next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, no barcodes. Definitely none on the weekend. Okay? I will be busy this weekend. I'm supposed to been and was working on finishing the album, but people keep calling. So I got to take a break somewhere to get these albums out to you kings and queens. Can you do this? Can you do that? I didn't get my barcode from last year. Oh, yeah, I did. Come on, man. Stop it. And please, do not think you are above the law. I'm not going to call you to damn get my barcode. I'm just sending it through. If you send a fucking barcode through, I will delete it. You need to be on the phone with me when you send that barcode request form. Do not send it before. Do not send it after. If I tell you to send it through while we're not on the phone, it's only because I am busy doing something else or got tied up with someone else. Okay? It's the only time I'll do that. I seen some of y'all put some requests in, and I checked my appointment book, and I didn't see you have a damn barcode appointment. Not one. And y'all know who y'all are. That's 3 barcodes per appointment. You send more than 3 barcodes, I'm deleting it. Don't put too much on me. You're not above everyone else. Be considerate. It takes time. And I guarantee some of y'all didn't already put them damn barcodes on the wrong damn document. I'm telling you, when you get to step 5 and I see a barcode on the wrong document, I'm not going to ask no questions. I'm not going to tell you to correct it. I'm going to cut you out of this tribe. This is why I told y'all, as soon as y'all get the barcode, y'all need to put them on your documents. So that way you won't get them mixed up and confused. I'll give y'all the email back so you can check to make sure the barcode is to the right document. And that's what y'all need to do to make sure before you go get them notarized and apostilled. Because once you apostille this stuff, that means you waste the money with the notary, you waste the fiat currency with the goddamn Secretary of State. And you waste it on the damn barcode as well. So remember, they plug that stuff in the computer. Got the barcode number on it, all this, and now you can put it in with another number, registration number with the Secretary of State. Don't mix the barcodes up. People around trying to get 20 barcodes. I guarantee you a lot of them and already got mixed up. Check your barcodes. Because if you ever had to go to court and it's on the wrong document, you got a nothing burger. And trust me, that district attorney, that attorney, that judge, the other party, they're going to check those barcodes. They're going to go do some in deep depth barcode searching to find your barcode. Keep in mind it's private, but they still can't find it if they do a deep enough search. If you do the SEO, it's bam, right there in their face. So can I log in this thing here? That's not what I want. I'm trying to log in this thing. Wow, that's crazy. Going to my secret site here. I'm about to get over to this next thing for y'all because I want y'all to authenticating. Is that authenticating? Here, delay was added to prevent hacking. What? A page delay was added to prevent hacking. Okay, you're right. You're right, buddy. We're having some issues. Have y'all been having issues with y'all internet? Cause that's definitely, they said the war in the U was going to do this to us. Yeah, that's something different here going on. But anyway, let's go over to this next thing. Let me see here. Let's go here. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is the bartering. Okay, a lot of people wondering, is this silver and copper in the album and all this stuff, do it work? Yes, it does work. We got plenty of success stories. Many people have mentioned their success to me and other kings and queens in the group, but I try to have a meeting for everyone who has success stories so I can get them on one call, so that way I can play it here on YouTube or wherever you're listening to, and it just didn't work out. It's like having a bunch of people in a family and they're all scattered out and you're trying to put together a family reunion. You know, everybody's doing their own thing. Kind of hard to do. But a lot of people come to the meetings. They talk in the meetings. So But I will say, King Harry had success. Wiped off his credit. Bill collector ran. Packed their bags, ran. Okay. Child support for King John Woods. I think it's 2 cases gone. Another king. One will say it was King Wiley. I don't know if it was him. Case gone. I think that's what John Woods told me. Man, so much stuff. King Sincere. Credit card debt wiped away. King, I think it's King Yjhay. Things on his credit gone. Come on. I mean, I can keep going and going. One queen, I already talked about her. Had $10,000 worth of debt on the credit card. $7,000 of it got wiped away. Of course, she didn't do the process to the fullest like I tell everyone to do. But it shows when you even doing it partially right, it still works. So that's some badass shit there. All right. I can keep going on and on, but I'm not. All right. So what I'm talking about right now is about the bartering. Okay. Now, dealing with one of the kings who's dealing with a case. Okay. These attorneys are trying to say, they're doing this and he's doing this and doing that to him. Well, when you are whooping someone's ass in a fight and you got them in a headlock and you just beating them, they can't do nothing. They're gonna come out yelling like a wild person, or they might start swinging wild. Okay, they can't stand up straight and punch like a Mike Tyson. You're in a Mike Tyson fight. Okay, they start swinging wild. Screaming and running around, and you're like, what the hell wrong with them? But that's what happens when you got them by the balls. Okay? Because you're winning. We are winning. And that's what I'm getting to about the news after this. This is the things that are happening because of this. What I'm going to show y'all here. Okay? When you have companies trying to say you're harassing them, when all you're doing is turning in your cease and desist, your 1099A, your 1099B, your deed poll. Now, deed poll, when you send that deed poll in, they supposed to abide by the supreme laws of the, how can I say it? Let's just say the canon laws. But if they keep going after that, they thinking they're above the law. And when you read your canon laws, you'll see they cannot make themselves seem like they're above the law. But that's the purpose of the deed poll. To stop them from thinking and acting as they are. So this is why I tell y'all need to know what y'all doing when y'all do it, and know these documents and the things that are in these documents, so that way you know how to stand your ground. When you mention a deed poll and you give it to the judge in the case, he got to back out. He has to. If he don't, he can be put to death. That's one way to say he can be put to death. And there's also one in the canons that says he can be imprisoned. I think it's 10 to 20 years. The canon laws are serious. If y'all don't know what the canon laws is, it goes with the deed poll. Look at my video, step 3 and step 4, and you can find out more about it. Okay? Let's get into this bartering, because you're going to see why they come out swinging the way they're swinging. And the news that I'm going to give y'all is them swinging. Okay? So, we're going to talk about bartering. This is from the IRS, by the way. Straight up from the IRS. It says, sample article for organizations to use to reach customers. Okay, 391 word count. It says, post the following article on your websites and are used in other communication vehicles to help your customers meet their tax obligations when engaging in bartering and or trading. Did y'all hear that? So y'all out there who have IRS tax debt, this is from the IRS, and they're telling you right here, they're giving you a hint how to take care of your tax debt. I'm going to read it again. Post the following article onto your website and or use in other communication vehicles. Other communication vehicles, what is that? That's through mail, email. This is from the IRS. So when it comes down to your silver, print this out. If y'all need this, I will email this to y'all. Just email me at cityside2006@gmail.com and make the header requesting IRS bartering letter. Okay? You attach this with your silver, mail it out to them, it's paid. They don't take it down, then hey, they don't accept the payment, pay me back then. Now you're going to have to pay me physical silver. Okay? But anyway, to help customers meet their tax obligations. You hear this? When engaging in bartering and or trading. Okay? Now, engaging in bartering. Because now you got to understand that when you barter, that's taxes owed. It's not just dealing with what I just showed y'all that you can take care of your taxes with it, but there's taxes on the bartering. Okay? And that's what they're saying here. But I threw the IRS tax debt out there because it's still bartering. Okay? All right. If you're bartering and trading, each transaction is taxable to both parties. Now, let me pause right there because you might get scared and say, well, King, I'm going to be taxed. No, you're not. That's why you sell the debt to the Treasury so you're not the holder in due course on that. So now the Treasury is taxable. But you know the Treasury is not taxable. They're a government entity. That's why you got to get rid of the damn debt. Because if you hold that debt, then you're taxed on that. But the proof that you own it is because this is why I gave y'all the copper ledger. So that way you put it in your copper ledger because you just acquired that debt. Now the value of your silver or copper just went up. See? You trade it for a product. Now you add that in your book, your ledger, because you acquired a debt. Listen, when you use a service for a month, okay, there's a debt created based on that service. They gave you a service. The service is taxable under the IRS. Okay? So, if the service is taxable, because remember you're bartering anyway because you can't pay a debt with a debt. So you got to give them something. You can give them your performance from the songs. That's bartering. Know that there is an exchange. Okay? Keep that in mind. But let me go on because I don't want to dwell on that too long because I'm trying to let it ponder so that way y'all can get what I'm saying here. Okay? Sometimes when the right opportunity presents itself, people are able to pay for goods and services that they need or want by trading goods that they own. What is the good? Your silver, your copper, your album, your lyrics to the song that they own. And by the way, the album is below. If y'all want to get the copper album, it's 100. If you want the silver album, it's 150. Okay, let's move on. That they own or providing. Let me back up a second. One, by trading goods that they own or providing a service that they can perform in return. Now let's pause right there. Remember I told y'all have performance rights. Okay? Why did I give y'all performance rights in the music? Because you can trade those performance rights. All you got to do is give them a copy of the CD, let them play the CD, You just perform. It's digital performance. Put it on DVD. They can see me perform. Digital performance. Still a performance. They do digital performances all the time. Elvis Presley, Tupac, the Dead, those are performances. They still get paid for performances, even though they're dead right now. So understand how this works. Now, let me go into it even deeper. A note, a debt note, a dollar bill is a note. It's a debt note. It's a negotiable instrument. It lines up with the UCC. The check boxes are all checked for the dollar bill being a negotiable instrument. All you got to do is go type in negotiable instruments on the UCC. I want to say that is UCC 9108. Let me see. Yeah, we're going to pull this up. I think it is 9108. No, it's 3. It's UCC 3104. I thought they had 1 and 9, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, UCC 3104, negotiable instrument. That's what y'all need to look up. Still remember 7 and 9 dealing with the negotiable instruments, though. But when y'all look at that, all that is, all the boxes are checked. And it says, is payable on demand or at a definite time. Now, if y'all remember some of my videos about a year ago, close to a year ago, I put on there payable on what? Demand. It says that right there in the negotiable instruments in 3-104 UCC. Now, let's go to the dollar bill. The dollar bill clearly states under the definition of tender, and I did a video on tender, it said to pay, obligation is an obligation to pay or what? Perform. Now, what does it say right here? A service that they can perform in return. Now, notice it say a service that they can perform in return. Now, they're going to give some examples on performing. But keep in mind, when you deal with the silver, you yourself still performing. Because now you got to take the silver that's been transferred to the ink stamp, and now you have to stamp. Even though they have the number, you still did a performance. You went in your little office, you stamped, you moved, you did something to give them that silver. That can still be considered performing. Doing something to that instrument, perfecting that instrument, is still a service. If I made your barcodes right now, that's a service. You stamp something for me, you're performing a service. So I'll let y'all wheels start to turning on that, and you know what your performance is. But if you have to go into the album to deal with the performance, you can do that. Okay? But keep in mind what the dollar bill is. It's a legal tender. And tender is an obligation to pay or to perform. But it never specifies it's to pay silver. Okay? You can't perform a piece of silver. But the action of what you're doing on that paper is a performance. But you can perform. That's why we came in again and did the performance rights. Okay? Real estate. A real being performs. Okay? But of course, yeah, you got dead Elvis Presley and dead Tupac. But that's an image of them. And somehow they manipulated that to say it's still a performance. That goes into the digital age, like the, what can we call that? Oh my gosh, I can't think of it. You know how they have this real estate, fake real estate, digital real estate, that type of thing. Because even under the IRS code, they talk about digital real estate is taxable. So you see where I'm going with all this? All right. For example, a person who owns a lawn maintenance company may receive legal services from an attorney and pay for those services by providing an agreed upon amount of mowing and maintenance service at the attorney's home or place of business. Now, let's pause right there because I know y'all saying, well, they ain't agreed. Listen, this is where your cease and desist comes in. In the cease and desist letter that we have, affidavit that we have, because you're having your own court through the mail. That's why you can do a cease and desist affidavit. When you get your all caps name, you can have your own courts administratively. Okay? And Mr. Gold and Silver came to one of our meetings and he explained that to everyone, how you do that. That's why at the top of your documents that you should have in the state of, and then you put your all caps name first, middle, last. Do not ever use any derivatives. That is mail fraud. Now you're having court through the mail. Okay? So once you beat them out and win, then you give them the demand for bonds. And on that demand for bonds, yeah, I have that template. Ask me for that too. Then you declare them guilty. The judge, everyone. Do them individually. Make copies of them, and yes, make sure they're on watermark bond paper when you print this demand for bonds out. Okay. I'm trying to break this stuff down all for y'all so y'all can clearly get this. Okay. Pay for those services by providing an agreed upon amount. Now, again, the agreed upon amount is the in the cease and desist affidavit. It clearly says if you don't reply, then you are agreeing to what we're saying here. You gave them the opportunity. They didn't respond. They have no proof that they responded. Then you send out an invoice. Okay? For them to pay for your silver or whatever it is. Give back your lawful money. Send back the second invoice. They still ain't going to answer. Now you're clear to do your 1099A and 1099B. Okay, and I got a video on that. Just watch frivolous 1099A, 1099B, and you'll see how to do the 1099A and 1099B correctly. Told you all this stuff links up. Don't go out there trying to do an A and a B and you ain't done none of the rest of this stuff. You will get a frivolous filing. Showing you how to operate according to the IRS. Some of y'all act like y'all know so much because y'all listen to all these fake ass gurus who think they know everything. I was listening to a guy the other day, not going to say his name, and just ran across the video, and he was talking about the bankruptcy. Everything is bankrupt, but this is the thing when you're dealing with your estate, okay? If you keep it within the United States, then yes, you're operating under bankruptcy. When you pull it, that's the reason you're pulling it out of the United States into your private trust, foreign private trust, not no domestic trust, because you're operating in domestic, you are bankrupt. Okay? And you're playing the bankrupt game. So you got to think about when you're bankrupt, you're playing a game. Everything's fake. You don't own anything. And I don't know if y'all knew this or not, and I'm not getting off the subject, but when you go into bankruptcy, they create an estate, a bankruptcy estate. That's what it's called under the IRS. When you go apply for an EIN, go under the part where it says bankruptcy estate, and you'll see. I think everyone need to have that anyway, so that way you can put your own things in your own bankruptcy estate, and that's where the judge appoints someone to, look over it for you like an attorney. But when you claim your own bankruptcy estate, then you're the executor, and that trumps the judge appointing anyone. Now you appoint your own executor or yourself as the executor or executrix, and you manage your own assets in the bankruptcy. So I just gave y'all that jewel. Okay? All right. Moving on. Let's go back to the example. It says, for example, a person who owns a lawn maintenance company may receive legal services from an attorney and pay for those services by providing an agreed upon amount of mowing and maintenance services at the attorney's home or place of business. In this scenario, the fair market, I want y'all to really pay attention to this if y'all haven't already read it. The fair market value of the legal services provided is taxable to the lawn maintenance company owner. Now, if you go to my video and I tell y'all about how the value of the copyright is raised, every time someone violates your copyright, your value just went up on your copyright because someone used it illegally. They're helping you raise your value. Now what you need to do every time your value go up, or that's whether you add a negotiable instrument in your copper or your silver, you add that in your book, the value goes up now. So at the top of your page now, the value should be going up. You can also use that book for your copyright. But you need another book. And I'm down to the last 10 right now. And they're $25. Cash out me, King Stevian, or King Stevian 1, or PayPal in the description. But every time they violate your copyright is $100 million. So your copyright started at $100 million, and someone violated, they just made it go up to $200 million now. So now what you need to do, you need to keep updating your second page or the first page of your copyright. Whichever part says the $100 million. You need to update that. That's been notarized. The last page where the notary is, you can keep that, but you can change that first or second page. Okay? Just gonna have to restaple it. Just keep one on hand. Just keep one on hand that's not apostilled. This is why I tell you, once you get your stuff notarized, you need to make about 10 copies of that. So that way you can move the value of that up without having to unstaple the apostille. And you know, if you unstaple an apostille or authentication is no more good. Okay? But you might have that one that's $100 million. Let's go get another one apostille to authenticate it. Okay? I know some of you are having a hard time right now because y'all in these states that's being difficult, but we're going to get to that in the news in a minute. The fair market value of the legal service provided is taxable to the lawn service company owner. Now, like I was just saying, the value, the fair market value on that you put on there, they have to pay that tax on that. It's normally like 34%. So if you have 5 people violate your copyright, your value, your fair market value now, you can still charge the $100 million. But that fair market value is $500 million now. And now they got to pay a third percent of that. That's why I say keep your tracking numbers, extend them out for 10 years. You're going to have to be first in line, first in time, get them in state court, get them in federal court. Those little small courts, that's their courts. They buddy with these judges. Okay? You did a deed poll, you need to get them in Supreme Court. So, just know they're going to have to pay a third of that. So they don't want to see that. A lot of these companies think they're getting over. Like I had to deal with a company on YouTube that were scanning the whole YouTube for my music. People using samples of my music, you know, and it had at least 6 to 8 million plays on all YouTube. And then yet based on the ad dollar that YouTube is giving, they come back trying to say it was $5-6. But when I did my calculations based on me not having a contract with them and YouTube giving the ad dollar directly to my trust, it clearly shows that I should have got $70,000 or $140,000. It was somewhere up in there. And I would say on the higher end. And I emailed them. When I asked them about my payment, they locked the account up. This is something that really pissed me off. And I was pissed off about it today. Because I'm sitting here thinking these people just block me out. They ain't talking to me, no nothing. That's like, you ever been in one of them relationships where a girl just stopped talking to you guys? Our queens, the guy just stopped talking to you? And vice versa? So, I think I said it wrong right there, but whatever. How did you feel? Feel like somebody closed the door on you. And I emailed them. I said, you need to contact me within 3 days or you're agreeing to $100 million. Hit them again, saying the same thing. Nothing. So I said, okay, enough is enough. This was in December or November. They want to play. So I went ahead and did my A and my B on them. And I'm sending them out an invoice. I'm going to send them out a handwritten letter as well. I'm still going to do all that. Cease and desist, all that. But I already gave them the email. But they can always say, oh, we never received it, whatever. So I'm going to physically give it to them. And I got their address today. Now, guess what? They're going to be taxed. Because this is performance rights now. So let's talk about the 1099B. They ask in the description. Well, we'll describe it. And that's the performance rights. Sync licensing, all that. You remember in Jay-Z's song, he said God did. He said he made $1 million off sync. Some of y'all idiots were thinking about, he was talking about a kitchen sink. No, he was talking about sync licensing. Sync licensing is when they put your music behind a video, television, sitcom, movies. It's the same thing here on YouTube with this music. I'm educating y'all on the music. But you see how it works. So they use the performance rights. They use the audio rights and they gave nothing in return. But now they owe. They stole. Actually, they stole. But you know what? You still bartered. They ain't give me nothing back in return, but they still owe it. Listen, an IOU is an accounts payable on their end and accounts receivable on my end. So it's just like they gave it to me, but they didn't. Because I'm going to claim that. And now I'm going to turn it into the treasury, sell it to the treasury, so I'm not held liable. The one holding the ball is the one that's taxed. That's why you sell it all the debt to the treasury. This is why a lot of y'all being taxed at y'all jobs. This is why y'all being taxed on anything, period. Because y'all are holding the debt. This is why y'all tax on y'all income. Because y'all holding the freaking debt. Get rid of it. You got a W-2? No, you don't supposed to hold it. You're supposed to get freaking rid of it. It's an IOU. Give the debt, acquire the debt. On the 1099A description, it's supposed to be what? See, your value to what you say your value is of the work you do goes in the fair market value box. If you made $60,000 last year, okay, from a job, hey, that might be true, but what's the fair market value of the work that you feel you did? If you feel your value is $250,000, you put it in the fair market value box. It don't necessarily have to be 16.666. If you feel it's times 200, then that's what you feel. But don't go over with it. It's what you feel you are worth. See, I don't care what your job say you got paid by the hour. I don't care what your job say you was worth for a yearly salary. It's what you say you're worth. No one can put a price tag on you. You put a price tag on your own self. And that price tag is not for fiat currency to be paid. It's for the gold and silver. So what do you want in gold and silver, which is the lawful money that you're going to use to go get the gold and silver from who? The U.S. Mint. Fair market value. They're taxed on that. That's what this is saying here. Okay? And since you received nothing, you acquired the debt. Now you can be taxed on that since you acquired it, but you're going to immediately give it away to the United States Treasury. That's why a lot of y'all who done did these 1099As are getting hit with frivolous fines because y'all not selling away the debt to the United States Treasury. This is why you're doing an entitlement certificate, not an affidavit of ownership. But this is why I put the affidavit of ownership / entitlement certificate so y'all can understand what it is. It's the same damn thing. Go to the UCC definitions and look up entitlement certificate. Look up entitlement holder. Look up holder in due course. Now let's go on. This type of transaction, bartering or trading, can prove to be useful when cash flow circumstances would otherwise hinder a person's ability to secure needed goods and or services, and while there is no exchange of cash or credit, the fair market value of the goods and or services that were exchanged are taxable to both parties and must be claimed as income on an individual or business's income tax return. So, let me tell y'all how to boost y'all income. I just already told y'all this. If y'all type in King Stevian's net worth, you'll see something come up on Facebook, but all that is real. An instrument is your net worth. That's your value. Okay? You got assets, you acquired debts, that's yours. You got silver, you're valued at that. So every last one of you who bought the album, the first album, that was 200 million or 100 million, your, I would say net worth, because that's not going anywhere. It's gross, it's net, it's still the same thing because it's never going to get lost. So it's still your net, because that's what they like saying anyway, net, right? Your net worth is 100 million or 200 million. Those who have the silver album, which is 1 billion. So, and you got the copper. So you are now at 1.1 billion. So it really be 1.2 billion. That's your net worth. And those are facts based on what they just said right here. See? I'm kind of afraid to give this bank my net worth. Because they'll come back and, oh, well, we want this. See, this is why when I turned this financial statement in to the Duns and Bradstreet, they posted it on there. See? See, y'all see that you can make your net worth go up. So all that fiat that LeBron James, Michael Jordan have, whoever else, Beyonce, Jay-Z, that's debt. That's not their net worth at all. That's why a lot of these rich folks have to go put it in assets. That's why Jay-Z put it in art. Now his value is changing because he has cold, hard assets. But the problem is those are not his assets because he didn't settle the debt. Once you settle the debt, then the assets comes of value because you settle a debt for that asset. It's an asset for an asset, which now goes back into what? Bartering. Now the assets is taxable. Now the what? What you gave, silver, copper, gold, is taxable on their end. Okay? But when you have it in foreign status, they can't tax you at that rate. Now, this is where having a charity comes into place. Everything is for the purpose of the name of the all caps name. That's what the charity is created for. And by the way, I want to announce that I just started my charity. Okay? And you can, I guess I'll do a video on it. Show y'all how to do it and fill it out. All right? All right, let's move on. Then consider, and hold on, here's another thing they was talking about. They was talking about when, and see, IRS giving little jewels as well. If you don't have cash, all you got to do is exchange something. They're telling you this right here. You don't have the cash to pay the bill, just exchange, barter. They're telling you right here. So everybody who have doubt about the silver or the copper and all this, here's your answer. This is straight from the IRS. So go on. When considering record keeping requirements, now see how they went into record keeping? Same thing I tell y'all, record keeping, taxes, net worth, same talk they're giving, I've been giving. Now I just came across this 2 days ago. When considering record-keeping requirements, barter and trade transactions are treated just like any other financial transaction or exchange. Checkmate. The original cost of goods being bartered or traded, transaction dates, fair market value at the time of the transaction, and other pertinent details will need to be recorded to assist in the separation of your income tax return. These records should be held for a period of 3 years in accordance with other documents and receipts that are used to substantiate income and expenses. For more details on barter and trade transactions, please visit the Bartering Tax Center at irs.gov. And they released this July 3rd, 2017. Okay? Bartering, guys. Go back to that barcode over here. Now, I hope y'all feel more comfortable with this about buying the album, buying the silver. And I want to salute the Higgs estate. They get it. They're moving on this chessboard the way they need to move. They're eyeing the prize. I can clearly see and sense that they're about their future. Their sons, their daughters, their grandsons, their granddaughters' future. They're playing the game. I'm seeing it. They're playing it the right way. They're moving, how can I say it? I'm not going to say slow, swiftly. They're moving swiftly. Gotta tell everyone, you got a choice of if you just want to get the silver and the copper, that's you. But you want the silver, the copper, the silver album, the copper album, you can do that. The more assets, the more better. I don't have to say more better, you can just say better. You ever said that before? It's more gooder. No, it's just good. No, it's gooder. What about more gooder? More gooder. That's going to be the name of my new song, More Gooder. Hey, King Lamont, we got to do that one, More Gooder. Anyway, and some of y'all guys, you need to be more gooder because more gooder means you a getter. More gooder will get her. So if you ain't a good man, if you're more gooder, you can get her. Anyway, shout out to King Krishan and King Yashalam. And much love to King Franchise, by the way. Let's see here. Okay, let's get into this 100 King and 100 Queen news before we get out of here. So what we're doing here with the bartering is causing chaos. Let me just tell you. They have flagged us. I'm telling you, they have flagged us. Right? A king told me last week that he uploaded the silver stamp embosser to Amazon. Now, we've been using the same company on Amazon for a minute. I just switched it up, though, so we can go back to normal stuff with Amazon. But like I give y'all the choice, y'all can go to Office Depot or y'all can go to Amazon to get y'all embosser. I love the ones on Amazon because they really show through the paper very boldly. But they pretty much flagged the silver embosser. The Secretary of State, I think it was it the Secretary of State or somebody, or Office Depot, one of them, told him, oh, I know what you're doing. Oh, that was with his silver registration. I know what you're doing. Of course you know what we doing. He ain't doing nothing illegal. If it was illegal, it wouldn't be in the IRS manual the letter that we just read from the IRS about bartering. Okay? This comes from the mouth of the IRS, or the hands of the IRS. But someone had to speak it onto the paper. It's like God. Then there was man. And then boom, it's on that paper. See? But anyway. But yeah. They stopping us from using the silver. They say they won't do it no more. So what does that mean happen, kings and queens? That means that the government contacted somehow it had to be somebody from this group that's been in the group that got the silver, saw where we were going. Because one, I'm going down the line with everything that's happening. The barcode site that we were temporarily using for the temp links got shut down. At the same time, the silver people who were doing the embosser said, oh, we're not going to do that no more. That's government strategy. We're going to take out this website. We're going to remove barcodes. That's why it's a temp site. It's not permanent. It's not used to depend on. We have our own site where we keep that in the back door. And I keep it on record. That's why it's called Cityside Records. Private. Anybody want to see it other than you, they have to pay. And I'm going to tax their butt off. So let a government entity come to me. You tell me what you want to charge. We can split it. Oh yeah, I'm the record keeper. Of course they're going to have to pay. But it's your stuff. I would need your permission to give it to them. So they're going to have an authorization form. So I'll make that. Okay? Yeah. So all of a sudden, they can't make the silver stamps for us no more? Like we're doing something illegal. And then they ain't return this king's money. They would have to get that back. If I was you, king, just use that for your trust embosser. Just use that for that. Give them upload something dealing with your trust. I'll make it for you free of charge. Don't worry about it. And then you upload that to that site and tell them just give you that for your trust name. Since they don't want to give the silver. Boom. Okay. So we just talked about that. I'm just going down the list here. We talked about the bartering, got that, the introduction test. Yeah, the barcode site was attacked. They shut it down for about a week. Mentioned about the silver there. It's going under it. We're under attack. That's the whole thing I'm talking about now. Now, a lot more states are rejecting the assumed names and the authentications and apostilles. Now, you know they know who we are. They know we didn't got stronger. So they're blocking. You know, listen, let me tell you how this works. This happened about 3 years ago, excuse me. The state, we was doing the assumed names and stuff. The Department of Justice reached down to the different states. It was announced to all the states. And they told them, be on the lookout for, I think it says sovereigns, doing the birth certificate authentications and the assumed names. And that's when every state start changing over to the LLC to make it more difficult. Okay? That's the same thing that happened now with the states. They're stopping the apostilles of our documents, saying, oh, we can only do our documents. That's not true at all, because under their list, it states power of attorneys. It's a whole bunch of lists of things that can be authenticated. Our apostille. Let me go over here real quick so I can see this. Let's go here. Things the feds can authenticate. I'm typing with one hand here. The proponent must produce evidence sufficient support to find that. Type of evidence must be authenticated. That's not what I was looking for. What can be authenticated? Okay, birth, marriage, divorce certificates, background checks, educational documents, incorporation or operational documents for corporations. So let me tell you something. They got educational documents, right? But they're telling these queens in Illinois and Pennsylvania that it got to be their documents. Well, what kind of documents do y'all have that's educational? What kind of documents do y'all have that's background checks? What type of documents do y'all have that are personal? It says personal or corporate legal documents. This is a legal document, personal legal document. See? Let me go down here. I ain't never seen this before. Dang. It said, what are the 3 ways to authenticate? In authentication, the user or computer has to prove its identity to the server. There's something else here. What are 5 common authentication types? Biometric authentication, token-based authentication. Okay, that go your barcode, signature barcodes right there too. Certificate-based authentication. That's what the state does. Multi-factor authentication. What the hell is that? It looks familiar though. Let's look that up. Multi-factor authentication is a layered approach to securing data. Okay, yeah. Applications where a system requires a user to present a combination of 2 or more credentials to verify a user's identity or login. Okay, now we're talking about signing in and stuff. Okay, I like that. We just gave you some things that you probably didn't know. But the most common authentication methods are password authentication, authentication token, symmetric key authentication, and biometric authentication. So that's getting through stuff. Let me see. I want to look at the documents. There we go. Find detail. Okay, here we go. Yeah. It's on the government website right now. They had a list on here. Signature panel. Goodness, man. Yeah, this is crazy. Have a look at that. But I had a list of those things. But, yeah, they're making it difficult for things to be authenticated in a lot of states. And they're rejecting a lot of the assumed names as well. Okay? And like I said, the letter that they sent out to all the states, the notice to all the state heads, they were warning everyone about what was going on. That's why they changed up into the LLCs. Now we done found a way to break through that, you know. But let me tell you what y'all can do. Y'all can get a trademark. Because you got to find a way to come back and do commerce. If they stop your way of coming back in to do commerce, see, you got to understand, when you do commerce, you're helping yourself. See, we ain't doing nothing but trading. Just like what we just read, bartering. We're coming from a foreign land, coming into their corporate land, doing trade with them. And they're rewarding us for doing trade with them by giving us the lawful money. That's the gold and the silver. We're giving them something for something. We're pretty much getting it back. It's kind of like our stamp is the IOU to ourselves, even though we gave it to them. If that makes any sense. But then on the opposite end, through the treasury, we go get the silver and the gold. We've been blessed for doing business with the corporate crackheads. Okay? Let's see here. Oh. The debt collectors. The debt collectors, I don't know if y'all have this issue where they're stopped sending bills out every month or state bank statements. They're not sending them anymore. The bank told me last month that, hey, we changed it in our computer. You should be getting your statements now. I ain't getting jack crap. Why? Because they asses are scared of us stamping that document with the freaking silver. Okay? They're scared. Shitless. Game recognized game. So they're trying to avoid. Instead of sitting at the damn table playing the Monopoly game, they get up and go someplace else. Get your ass out of that bathroom. You ain't in there taking no shit. Come back, sit your ass at this table and take this ass whooping. So they're not mailing out the letters anymore. Or invoices. I got all the banks I deal with. Stop it. Listen. I got 3 different banks I deal with. 4. Actually, it's 4. Let's see. There's damn. Actually, it's 3. Actually, I got 3, but I got so many accounts for each one. But I still ain't getting no statements for each one at all. Now, how the hell did that all of a sudden stop? Same thing with bills from companies. There's one company I had an account with. Stopped sending after I stamped that shit with silver. We're whooping their ass, guys. That's what's happening. So if anybody have any doubt that this don't work, oh, it works. They're running. That's what happens when you're dealing with vampires. You stab them with that silver, they asses run. Okay? So I don't know if y'all witnessing that. Once y'all start stamping, y'all see. Okay. Our internet and phones have been being attacked. Tom Woods had to deal with that. I just went through that where the other day I had no internet. None whatsoever. It wouldn't even pick up no Wi-Fi. It had broadband on it. A broadband. I was like, what the hell happened to my Wi-Fi? Then, when I got back on, the password had changed. If I could show it to you in a minute, it said password changed. It actually says unchanged. Instead of showing the password, it says unchanged. Never seen that before. If you call my phone, it'll go to a new voicemail where everybody been telling me they've been calling. It's just ringing, actually. It don't even say that King Stevian, Yjhay. It don't even say that no more. I had to reset up my voicemail for some damn reason. I'm like, what the hell? Same thing happened with Tom Woods. Of course, the head leaders that's pushing this stuff, they're going to come after. So they're coming after Tom Woods. They're coming after me. So yeah, we're under attack. So I know a lot of you queens out there say y'all gonna go into prayer for us. I appreciate it. You go into fasting mode as well. Because we're winning. We are actually winning. This is why I'm trying to push y'all to get these albums, get your silver, get your copper, start getting get your stamp, get your embosser, start stamping away. The more you stamp away, the more they will get away. Meaning get away from us. We don't mean escape, but get away from us. And that debt clock, national debt clock, will start going down. And I thought about it. Like I told King Lamont and another king, I said, what if I pay off the national debt with my silver and copper? What if we all come together with our silver and our copper and pay down the national debt? Come on, kings and queens, y'all got y'all stamps. I can draw up the document, we can stamp it, and we can send it in and pay down the national debt. But what I'm thinking is, you probably have to handle that individually because everybody have different debts. So what we might have to do is target the bonds, because the bonds is what causes the debts to show. The bonds are created, it transfers over to that national debt clock. See? So you attack the bonds. You don't take over the bonds, you settle the bonds, because the bonds represent the debt of you, and you, your student loan, your car loan, your mortgage. A lot of y'all still don't understand these bonds. A bond is an IOU, is a representation of the IOU that you owe. And a lot of these people who are going to get these CUSIP numbers from these companies, leave these damn companies alone. Stop wasting y'all money. I looked at one today and saying no names. But that thing is owned by, it might be Bank of America, it might be Goldman Sachs. But that is a tranche of debt. What a tranche is a bundle of instruments, securitized instruments bundled up as one and put into a mutual fund. It's not, all that is not you. Your court case or phone bill is only a piece of that puzzle, just a little speck of that puzzle. There's numerous, if you see something that says 200 billion, there's numerous debt instruments within that mutual fund or that fund, which is the bond. And furthermore, if this is a fund, which if you read, some of them say funds, they're investing in other companies. Just want to throw that out there. But yeah, we're under attack. Okay. Let's see here. So y'all look out for y'all mail that y'all haven't been receiving and call them and tell them you want to receive paper statements. Never that digital stuff. Ooh, bless me. Ooh. Anyway, now the USPS. Again, this is coming from the higher ups. They're messing with our mail. I have mailed off check ledgers, copper ledgers, albums. People have said they have not received them. Had tracking. Oh, they came in and said, oh, I put the wrong zip code. No, I didn't. They can go in that computer and change it around. Keep that in mind. They don't want us having those books. They don't want us to have those albums. But they are showing their hand. Why would they try to stop it? Because they know it can lower the national debt. That's what we're doing. That's why I keep telling y'all, spread the word on how to settle their debt and get all your lawful money back. That's what everybody should be going over. Because once you have the lawful money, you have the real estate. Once you have the real estate, you have your land. Once you have the land, you have your estate back. Just like the song say, take our estates back. Matter of fact, I might have to play that at the end of this video. Okay, so they're taking y'all packages and y'all not receiving them. Because they don't want y'all having it in your hand. Okay? Now figure a way around this. Use FedEx, use somebody. But they're watching. They are watching us. You see all the things I just went over. Just messing with the silver embosser online. For we can't order. The barcode sites down. They're rejecting assumed names and the apostilles and authentications. Our internet and phones are going crazy. Can't dial nobody, you know what I'm saying? They're stopping us from receiving our invoices and bank statements. We're winning, guys. All's not bad just because they're doing that, because we always figure a way around that. The universe, the creator, the energy will help us win. So, if anybody got any doubt that this stuff don't work, better think again. And if you're coming in talking about just bills, please don't come to us. Please don't come to us. This is not being done for some kind of profit. The only profit we need is our grandbabies to be safe, our estates to be built back up. We take back over the land that was stolen from us. See, we're going back into the bartering age with this silver and the albums. And I'm going to make this announcement here. I will be doing singles. After the gold album, I will be releasing singles in different precious metals across the periodic table. So there's going to be a song that's nickel. There's going to be a song that's brass. There's going to be a song that's goddamn helium. There might be a song that's carbon dioxide. And of course that's not precious metal, but it's still from Mother Earth. It's just going to be things on the periodic table that's transformed into a metal. And maybe some other things. Could be water. So we can get back to using the real. That's respecting Mother Earth. Okay? Now, again, if y'all need this signature barcode, you can hit Cash Out. It's $10. You get the template and you get the 2 barcodes. And the reason why I'm doing it low like that, because I want to see y'all win. But keep in mind, my time is not free. I can't be doing it for free. I just can't. My time can be going to other things. You know, the Most High going to keep giving me knowledge and ways for us to win. And I just got to keep presenting it to y'all. Of course, like they say, a man is worth his, it's higher, wages higher, whatever it says. Can't remember it right now. But, yeah. So it's $10 for the king one, $10 for the queen one, and for the $10 for the beneficiary. So it'll be $20 for both. And I'll do those and get those back to you. But hit me up You got any questions on that, 850-825-0933. If you are requesting the IRS bartering letter, email me at cityside, that's CITYSIDE. The number is 2006@gmail.com. And request that, and I will get on it and send that to you. Okay? If you need to holler at me about any of this stuff I just talked about, please give me a call. The silver album and copper album. The copper album is available now for shipping, so I can get that out immediately in a couple of days. But the silver album, I'm still working on that. I've been interrupted. One with the internet, that's one. And my phone, that's another. Because I got to talk with the Kings, King Lamont, and anyone else dealing with the album. Mixing down his album. You know, there's always something that interferes. And by them messing with that internet, I really can't do a lot of stuff. So, but things are back to normal now. So, I'll be getting on that, what day? Oh, goodness. Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night and Friday night. And Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I'm free. I will be turning my phone off then, those 3 days, but I will email out the test that I mentioned for everyone in the group to take. And you have to upload it back through the site. Step 1. Okay? And Tuesday or Wednesday day, I'll be grading those. You're only allowed to miss one. Okay? I'm going to give y'all this hint for this test early. Step 1 has 2 things that needs to be done before you enter into it. Okay? 2 things. And I mentioned that in the 7 Steps to Freedom. It ain't the rules and regulations. Okay? That is not one of the pre-steps. So just wanted to tell y'all that. You got to go to the 7 Steps to Freedom in detail to know what the 2 things are that you have to do. Okay? Both are dealing with status. But one's dealing with settling the debt. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Okay? You're only allowed to miss one. But I still want you to get that one right as well. One king almost had it who sent the first test, but in a sense he kind of passed too, but the question really wasn't asked the right way. Okay? I think it was number 3 he missed. So, I'll be sending that test out Sunday and Monday. And I'll give y'all a couple days to get it back in through the site. And Wednesday night we are having a meeting. So we can go over this test. And everybody can discuss what they miss and talk about what's right. You know, what's supposed to go there. So everybody can be perfected at the first 5 videos. Told y'all we're going to start making this thing like a school. That's the only way y'all going to learn and perfect this stuff. So that way you can teach your youngins and your grands. We always got to change to make things better and become stronger. Okay? Again, use the links below, the PayPal link below to get the copper album. The copper album is $100. If you want extra shipping, it is $110. The ledger is $25. The silver album is $150. You get the silver album, which is 2 albums. That's Lottyre Riches and mine. That's 100 tracks produced by King Lamont. There's some tracks on there that's produced by me for my grandbabies that I put on the album. I think King Yjhay got 1 or 2 on there. And yeah, it's 100 tracks, 100 songs. And I will be making a book, a digital book, with the lyrics, explanation of the songs. Lottyre Rich will be doing one. So that'll be coming out after this. That's what we're working on next. And then right after that, we'll be going into the Gold album. And after the Gold album, that's when we'll be releasing singles. And each single will be back. It will be backed by a precious metal. So that way, each one of us can be dealing with all the precious things of Mother Earth. That's what we should be doing. So you can always sit your grandbaby on your lap and be like, well, let me tell you this, grandson. Let me tell you how I beat these corporate crackheads. Well, I beat them with all the elements of the earth. I used green leaf to smoke out the secretary, and then the little baby gonna be like, so Papa, you was smoking weed? Well, I did use some of the greenery, and I did a barcode for my weed plant, and stamped it on an instrument, and I sent it through the mail, and they said I was selling drugs, but it really wasn't drugs. It was just a barcode from the drugs, and yeah, see that? We can do that too. I know y'all like, damn, King, that's a fucking genius. I know it is. That's how you really deliver drugs through the mail. You think they'll get us for that? A barcode on some weed? Dang, that'll be cold, boy. Be like, damn, the secretary, she got weed. How you know? Call the police. She got the barcode number. She got weed. This represents the weed. What they call that? Paraphernalia or whatever. You got a substance of that in there. You got the number. So I walk around with the number on my back that represents my weed. I'm walking with weed. A walking weed man. Wow. But anyway, hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, like, comment, okay? And we got coming up soon. We got, of course, we got those other videos I told y'all about the W-2s and all that. I got to do another 1099. And I'll be bringing y'all that W-2 video showing y'all how to get y'all lawful money from your jobs for the last 3 years. Get ready for that. And we're also going to, in between the other ones that I'm doing on how to use the silver, the copper album and all that, I will be doing comments over comments. Oh, is it? Wait a minute. Comments over comments. Yeah. You know. Shout out to Lottyre Rich. Okay. We did the song on that. Okay. Got that coming up soon. But we got a lot of comments that I didn't answer on to people on YouTube. But I'm gonna go through, look at them, try to get a lot of those answered, so that way y'all can be helped by hearing the questions. Okay. And because I know y'all got the same questions, so I'll answer it for you. All right. Okay, if y'all use this information to get free, do not blame me, blame the Lord. Won't he do it? Oh yes, he will do it. So what you need to do is get this knowledge and start to pursue it. I'm King Stevian, representing the what? The 100 Kings. And the 100 Queens. I am out. Peace. Let's take our states back. King Stevian, I'm gone.
Dear Caucasian, this song is in no way towards you who are with us, but to those who are against us. The corporate crackheads who sold us at birth, who sit in the buildings and keep us in mental and spiritual slavery.
next to this king because the strategy is gunning. Cops killing us with gunning. They think they doing something, then they snatch your estate. But my Indians are coming to take back what's ours with the silver and the copper. Motherfuck Babylon, because that bitch we gonna stop her. Motherfuck Chris Hauser in that trailer, the hoe he Hauser. He lying to y'all more, show that whites have the power. It's 1099, Ace of Sour. He wasting all your hours. His stink, bitch, Babylon need to go and take a shower. We rise like the lotus flower. We cannot be devoured, cause we rising to the top like a strong built tower. We were sold at birth, but now we settle the debt with our copper and our silver. Y'all ain't seen none yet. Y'all governments better fret. 100 kings and queens attack. We got an app, but still just time to take our states back. We gon' 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 take our states back. Got a bunch of cracker jackers and we smack them like that. We gon' take our states back. 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 Got a box of cracker jackers and we smack them like that. My pockets on swole from the copper, silver, and gold. I say fuck fiat currency because it puts you in a hole. Down this rabbit hole, how far can you go until we get the overstanding? Our states will grow. Many wives, I need more. Give me one, I move slow. Going by man's law. Get 1 acre and you poor. The more wives I have, equals the more land I have. Making more kings and queens, making their own money bags, making their own laws, correcting all their flaws. Not living my man's way, not their statue or their code. Taking back the land they stole, redeeming back our soul. Kicking busters out the tribe that we found out was more. I 1099 see 'em. I sure won't wanna be in the IRS tax their state. Now they screaming for me to free to all you Asians. Better fret, 100 kings and queens attack. This is how we clash our swords to take our states back. We gon' 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 take our states back. Got a box of cracker jackers and we smack them like that. We gon' take our states back. 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 Got a box of cracker jackers and we smack them like